Hello, this is Ryju from CleanBoard RC and this is the newest product, CleanBoard Fuse. And as you can clearly see, it's full of fuses for all the safety possible. PTC fuses for every balancer port and 15 amp fuses for every XT60 or XT30 because it can fit both of these connectors if you wish. Check CleanBoard.eu for more info about this board. Today I'd like to tell you something you might not know about PTC fuses and show you how does it work in real-life scenarios. Please bear in mind that info given here is simplified to be easily understandable for everyone. PTC fuse is conductive, so it will pass a given amount of current. But if too much current is passed through, the device will begin to resist this current, giving it away as heat. Resistance is what may protect against batteries, connectors or traces being damaged and burned. Heat is your indicator that something is wrong and you need to unplug the battery as fast as possible. CleanBoard Fuse kit contains strips that changes color when heated. You guessed right, this is your danger indicator. In here, I mimicked a short on a cell. Look what happens. This rainbow should scare you off. You should unplug the batteries as fast as possible and see where the possible problem comes from. The other scenario is a damaged cell, damaged battery, or uneven cell voltage. This battery is damaged on a third cell and has a slightly different voltage. Look what happens if I plug it in to the other healthy cell. You can instantly see that PTC fuses works, stops the current to flow and heats up, indicated by a rainbow. Unplug as fast as possible. Last example today is the most common mistake we all do. Let's say you're charging your batteries, you're in a hurry, you're plugging in the balancer port and you misaligned it. This creates a spark, a current and voltage spike. This may burn the connector down, or in worst case scenario, even burn down the trace for the whole board. With CleanBoard Fuse, the PTC fuse works, and as you can see indicated by the rainbow, shows you that something is wrong. Unplug as fast as possible. After you unplug the source of excess current, PTC fuses can heat down, letting the current to flow again. This is why it's often called self-healing fuse, because after that process, you can use the board as new. Now, there's something more you need to know, but here I will let the man and the only speak for himself.
Don't rely on those polyfuses on a day-to-day basis because they do wear out over time. And eventually what will happen is you'll find that this board, your charger will stop balancing the cells properly when you use it with this board. And then it's time to retire it and throw it out. That's just a fact of life with polyfuses. Now that should take a few years, but you do want to be aware that it will eventually happen. The more you trip those polyfuses, the more it's going to happen.
The guy is right. Polyfuses may wear off with time, but it should take years, unless you heat them up extensively very often for a longer period of time. Just don't do it. I did, with many tests, with couple of different prototype boards. One of those boards you can see at the screen right now. PTC fuses may reach really high temperatures when tripped. This prototype board lasted 3 minutes of a short on one of its cells. As you can see, thermal strips changed their color permanently. This is normal and may happen if you overheat it. It's still safe to use and it will still indicate the danger, so don't be worried. Remember, nothing gives you 100% protection. Please don't skip battery and individual cell voltage checks before plugging in your batteries. Treat these fuses just as a worst-case scenario protection.